Do you know most people serve a sentence without ever committing a crime? Not in a prison, somewhere else. A place they visit every day. A place filled with fear, regret, and futures that never arrive. Adam was already serving a prison sentence, but every night he served another one. And that second sentence was far heavier. Every night, when the prison became quiet, Adam's cell became crowded. Not with people, with thoughts. The lights went out, the guards finished their rounds, the metal doors stopped slamming, and one by one, the prisoners drifted into sleep. But Adam's mind never did. As he lay on his narrow prison bed, staring at the ceiling, the same questions arrived. What if my mother gets sick? What if she needs me and I'm not there? What if my brother forgets me? What if nobody gives me a second chance? What if my life is already over? Every night, the questions returned, and every night, Adam followed them. Sometimes they took him into the future, a future filled with rejection, failure, loneliness. Other times, they dragged him into the past, old mistakes, old regrets, old opportunities he never took. The strange thing was, none of those places existed, yet Adam visited them every single day. 4 years inside prison had changed him. His shoulders had become heavier. His smile had disappeared. Even the other prisoners noticed. One afternoon, another inmate laughed and said, "You're the only man here who looks tired after sleeping." The others laughed. Adam forced a smile. But deep down, he knew they were right. He wasn't exhausted because of prison. He was exhausted because of fear. Fear had become his full-time job, and every day it demanded overtime. Adam believed he was serving one sentence. What he didn't know was that he was serving another one too. A sentence nobody had given him. A sentence he carried himself. Near the eastern wall of the prison stood a small chapel. It wasn't large. It wasn't impressive. Most prisoners only visited when they needed a quiet place to think. The chapel was looked after by Father Gabriel, a prison chaplain who had spent nearly 30 years inside those walls. 30 years listening to broken people. 30 years watching men carry burdens they could not put down. Gabriel wasn't the type of man who gave long speeches. Most of the time, he simply listened. And somehow, people ended up telling him things they had never told anyone else. For weeks, Gabriel had been watching Adam. The way he sat alone. The way he stared into space. The way he seemed trapped, even when nobody was talking to him. One afternoon, he sat beside Adam during recreation hour. For several minutes, neither man spoke. Finally, Gabriel asked, "How long have you been here?" 4 years. The old priest nodded. Then he asked, "And how long have you been somewhere else?" Adam frowned. "What does that mean?" Gabriel tapped the bench. "You're sitting here." Then he pointed toward Adam's head. "But your mind isn't." Adam looked away. The priest smiled. I've met men who spent 20 years inside these walls." Then he paused. "And I've met men who never spent a single day inside them." Adam looked confused. Gabriel stood, brushed the dust from his coat, then said, "When you're ready, tell me where you've been traveling." And with that, he walked away. The question stayed with Adam all night. Where have you been traveling? The next day, Adam found Father Gabriel sitting alone in the chapel courtyard. And for the first time in years, he began to talk. At first, the words came slowly. Then, they wouldn't stop. "I worry about my mother." Gabriel listened. "She's getting older. Every time I receive a letter, I imagine bad news." Adam lowered his eyes. "I keep thinking about the day someone tells me she's gone." The priest remained silent, so Adam continued. "I worry about what happens when I leave this place. What if nobody hires me? What if every door closes? What if prison becomes the only thing people see when they look at me?" His voice became quieter. What if it's already too late? For a moment, neither man spoke. Then Gabriel asked, "How many of those things happened today?" Adam frowned. "What?" "Your mother's death, your future failure, your lonely future. How many happened today?" Adam thought about it, then quietly answered, "None." Gabriel nodded. Then he smiled. "Interesting." Adam looked frustrated. "What is?" The old priest leaned back. "Your body spent today in prison, but your mind visited 10 different worlds." For the first time, Adam had no answer, because he knew it was true. Every day, he woke up inside one prison, but before breakfast, he had already traveled somewhere else. Sometimes to a future that frightened him, sometimes to a past he could not change, sometimes to problems that did not even exist. His body remained in one place, but his thoughts never stopped moving. And every journey left him more exhausted. Not because life was hurting him, but because his imagination never stopped warning him about pain that had not arrived. For the first time in years, Adam wondered whether his fears were heavier than the prison walls around him. And for the first time in years, he sat in silence. Not because he had nothing to say, but because he was finally listening. The next morning, Gabriel found Adam sitting alone near the exercise yard. The old priest sat beside him, then pointed toward an empty cell. Years ago, a man named Thomas lived there. Adam listened. Thomas spent 11 years worrying about one thing. What? What would happen after prison? Gabriel continued. Every day he worried. Who would hire him? Would his family accept him? Would he survive outside? Would people judge him? The old priest shook his head. 11 years, the same fears, every day. Adam looked toward the empty cell. What happened when he got released? Gabriel smiled. He found work within 2 weeks. Adam blinked. The priest continued. His family welcomed him home. He rebuilt his life. Most of the things he feared never happened. Then Gabriel looked directly at Adam. Thomas spent 11 years suffering from a future that lasted 14 days. The words landed heavily. Adam stared at the ground. 11 years. A future that never arrived. A fear that never became reality. How many hours had he spent doing the same thing? How many nights had he sacrificed to problems that existed only in his imagination? The old priest continued, "I've learned something after 30 years in prison. Most people suffer twice." Adam listened carefully. Once, when life happens. Then, 1,000 times in their imagination. The prison yard became quiet. Even the distant sounds of conversation seemed to disappear. Adam sat there staring at the dusty ground, thinking, remembering, realizing. Then finally he asked, "So, what do I do?" The old priest smiled. The question had finally arrived. Every time a worry enters your mind, what? Ask it one question. Adam waited. Gabriel said, "Are you happening right now?" Adam frowned. "That's it?" "That's it." The old priest stood. Then, before leaving, he turned back. "Your prison sentence isn't the heaviest thing you're carrying." Adam looked up. The priest pointed toward his chest. "You're serving a second sentence." For a long moment, neither man moved. The words hung in the air. A second sentence. One sentence had been given to him by a judge, but the other? The other had been built from fear, from imagined disasters, from futures that hadn't happened, from pain that hadn't arrived. And suddenly, Adam wondered something he had never considered before. What if the prison that hurt him most wasn't made of stone at all? And then Gabriel quietly walked away, leaving Adam alone with a question that would change everything. The next morning, Adam tried it. Not because he believed it would work, because he was tired. Tired of carrying futures that had not arrived. The first thought appeared. What if my mother gets sick? Adam stopped, then asked, "Are you happening right now?" No. The thought remained, but it became smaller. Days passed, then weeks. The fears still arrived, but Adam stopped chasing every one of them. For the first time in years, he began spending more time where he actually was. One afternoon, a letter arrived. His hands trembled as he opened it. It was from his mother. Slowly, he unfolded the paper. The letter began, "My dear son." Adam smiled, then continued reading. His mother wrote about the village, the neighbors, the weather, the mango tree behind their house. Then suddenly her words changed. "My son, yesterday I sat beneath the mango tree. The birds were singing. The breeze was cool. And I realized something." Adam continued reading. I have spent too many years worrying about tomorrow. I don't want you to make the same mistake." His eyes moved to the next line, and there he found the words that would stay with him forever. "Don't wait for life to begin. It is already happening." Adam lowered the letter. For a long moment, he simply sat there. Then he looked around. The prison yard, the sunlight, the breeze, the sound of distant laughter, the birds crossing the sky. The same things that had been there yesterday. The same things that had been there for years. Things he had never truly noticed, because he had been too busy visiting his fears. That evening, he found Father Gabriel again. "Father?" "Yes?" "Do the thoughts ever stop?" The old priest smiled. "No." Adam laughed softly. "That's disappointing." Gabriel laughed too. Then he said, "They still visit. They just stop running your life." For a moment, neither man spoke. Then Gabriel added, "Freedom isn't when fear disappears. It's when fear stops deciding where you live." Months later, Adam sat alone in the prison yard. The walls were still there. The fences were still there. The guards were still there. His sentence was still there. Nothing around him had changed, yet everything inside him had. Because for the first time in years, he wasn't living in tomorrow. He wasn't trapped in yesterday. He was here, in this moment. And strangely enough, that felt like freedom. Adam spent 4 years waiting for freedom. Then he discovered something unexpected. Life had been visiting him every day. He was simply too busy visiting his fears. Because some prisons are built from stone, others are built from fear. The first one can lock a person away. The second one can steal an entire life. And Adam finally understood the difference. Before you leave, Father Gabriel asked Adam one simple question. Are you happening right now? What is one worry or fear in your life that is not happening right now, yet still takes up space in your mind? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story spoke to you, I highly recommend watching our story, 1% Better Every Day. Because Adam's story teaches us not to live in tomorrow's fears. But 1% better every day teaches us something just as important. You don't have to fix your entire life tomorrow. You only need to become a little better today. You'll find the link in the comments. And if you enjoy meaningful stories that leave you with a lesson you can carry into real life, don't forget to subscribe to Raahvia. Thank you for watching.